Was good. Was good. Welcome to Cameos. Sorry that we were gone for a week. We were out and about traveling with Fu Money and O'Shaughnessy, tasting all the glizzies. And
Hold on.
yeah, we were tasting glizzies, man. Nothing but
Speak for you.
glizzies. A
Speak for yourself, please.
glizzy marathon with Fu Money, and then we helped reset some old people's routers with O'Shaughnessy. That's what we were doing. Sorry, old furry. They were old people furries, so they
See,
like
I,
retired.
gotcha. See, I knew Sean as a man of commitment, and he would never abandon his new furry cult so quickly.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that. So he
Yeah.
was doing some what was he doing? Like community service for the furry community.
What would
Getting
that
those
community
getting more.
service entail? It's just like cleaning out the suits,
Nah, he
hosing them
just
down.
resetting their routers. That's all. He just reset their router. He can't wash them, but he made sure that they can access their furry chat rooms.
O'Shaughnessy, if you're listening, please do not check what they have visited on said routers. You will be forced to testify.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Oh, hey, it was good, Joshua. Awesome. Did you like the Demon Slayer movie? A friend of mine loved it. She told me to see it. I politely declined.
I still want to see it. I heard it was good.
So yeah, thank you. Visually, I'm sure it's visually stunning.
That's all I need. All I
Yeah,
need is my
that's all y'all
spectacle. I
care
don't need
about.
no
Like,
story. I don't just give me pretty colors and sword fights.
as someone who cares about the story, I can't do it anymore. And plus, it's like I don't like the cash grab that these studios do now. Right,
Also,
like it's because so the movie is just the first three episodes of the anime for that upcoming season.
okay.
Literally, that's all. So they just release it theatrically and then put it on like Crunchyroll or wherever it's available.
What's
It's,
wrong with that?
yeah, so this is a cash grab. I don't come from that.
I mean, if you can have a big spectacle opening to a season, I don't
Nah,
see anything. Is it
it's
like,
a cash grab to me.
but it's going to be available for free on streaming eventually, right?
No, it's
So,
like that's what Josh Watson's saying. Is what they do. It's literally like they splice together multiple episodes, make a
okay.
movie, and then release it in theaters. And then when it's time to uh, release that on like streaming, where like when the season starts, it's just like they just unsplice it, so then you get it in sections.
Let's break it up into episodes.
Yeah, and I come from like when they would make it'll be an actual movie. Like the movie is not canon. It has nothing to do with the main story. It's just a film that you can watch. That's what I come from. So if I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm sure you're not unhappy, Josh Watson. Like I'm sure it's beautiful. Demon Slayer. That's what people got into it for. The amazing animation. I remember somebody told me like they started reading the manga and they were mad because all that like fire and water and stuff that comes out of their swords doesn't happen in the manga. I was like, yeah, because it's just for the anime.
That's
So,
what disappointed me as well. Like I like
yeah,
the fantastical nature of anime, but it's like if you just have really good swordsmen who are just sword fighting, it kind of becomes a little bland to me. I'm the
mm,
same way with comic books. Like I like the fantastical Batman. I don't like the gritty, grounded stuff. Like so, once I found out that apparently they're not actually utilizing these powers, like Tanjiro can't actually like use his sword to generate enough water to drink or something like that. Like just any other applications beyond just swinging it and looking cool with those special effects. It was disappointing.
I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, and Josh Awesome, you're one of the few. Most people like literally saw the anime and then read the manga. That's why I am. I saw the anime. It's like, all right, let me see what this is about. Then I read the manga. So,
Yeah. I don't like the spoilers. Like
uh,
whatever I see visually, like in animation, I want to see that for the first time through the anime.
hmm?
Yeah. Also, I can't stand y'all manga readers because all y'all do is come back with bad news and spoilers every single time,
Yeah, don't
especially on the
ask.
internet.
Yeah, don't ask me questions, and I just won't
I
say
don't ask you.
anything.
Okay, not you specifically, but most manga
I don't
readers,
know.
all they do is head to TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, and then just blow up the stream with whatever big event or happening that occurred. And now we all have had to suffer through. Like, for instance, like Gear 5 Luffy, I knew about that shit
Mm.
because I could not escape it. I wasn't even following anything One Piece back then, but somehow it leached into every bit of social media. Every
Mhm.
app you can think of, it just was talking about Gear 5 Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy. He can use Toon Force. Oh my God, it's a Looney Tunes character. Like everywhere. And it's like, if I had just been watching the anime, I would have liked to experience that just naturally without it just being blown up on Twitter. But that just is never the case.
Yeah, I mean, the Gear 5 is different. That's a cultural phenomenon. You can't avoid that. But I think
Mm.
I agree with Joshua Awesome. I don't think millennial manga readers, we don't like run an internet and then just start talking about spoilers. I think that's more like that new generation. Or if we are talking about it, it's like within the confines of like the forum, right? Like it's a community, so everyone in that community is already a fan. They already know what happens, right? They don't leave that community and then start making like YouTube videos without first telling you like, hey, spoiler alert for this.
Were you on social media when Game of Thrones was the biggest thing in the world?
Yeah.
Millennials absolutely do spoil
No, we're
shit.
talking about manga,
I guarantee you,
millennial manga readers specifically.
I guarantee you, millennials are in there somewhere.
I
Like we
promise you.
have etiquette, we have decorum. We don't want to ruin it for other people, but that is, there are definitely of us out. Like there are millennials out there who will 100% just run to be the first one to talk about it or to get the most likes off the video or
Not
the
for
tweet,
it's
something.
different, man. Not for manga. Manga's different. It's like a
No,
different
it's not.
community. I
No, it's
promise
not.
you, it's a different type of
All
community.
nerds are the same. All nerds are like,
Nah, we not. We are literally we're a prime example. You ever been to a convention?
yes.
Are you like those people in there?
No, but
Exactly. So they're not the same.
all nerds have a subsection of their group that are fanatics that love to spoil shit that might get a little freaky on the side. Star Wars nerds, comic book
It's
nerds,
different.
animated nerds, Game of Thrones nerds. Every single one has that small group that
Nah,
ruins it
man.
for the rest.
Manga nerds have a different type of respect. They don't
Respect for what?
the culture and honor. We
Then why
learn
do I
from
know?
the what we read because that's Gen
Then
Z. It's a different
then,
generation.
then why do I know the entire plot to Jujutsu Kaisen without having seen past season two?
Cause you're naming all new things.
Jujutsu Kaisen is watched by millennials as well.
No, but my point is you're naming all things that younger generations came into the game like watching. Right? You can't name something that we've had social media for a long time. Right?
Hmm.
We had social media. Sorry, we're on a tangent right now. We'll get into news in a second. We had social media when like Bleach and Naruto, of course, One Piece, right? When all
Hmm.
those were out. Social media when Hunter x Hunter the 2011 version came out, right?
Hmm.
Uh Dragon Ball Super. Uh I don't know. There's plenty of things that came out where we had social media and you weren't seeing a bunch of spoilers for them because the fan base for that specifically wasn't like they just don't spoil manga. It also wasn't as popular. Like it's just not it wasn't
Social
popular
media
the same way.
didn't. Social media didn't dominate our lives the way it dominates the current zeitgeist. It's all we had a whole different beast. We had squabbles over who was on your top eight on MySpace. We
No, no,
didn't
no.
have social
After
media
that,
to where
I'm talking after that.
I mean, I feel like after that, spoilers became a big deal to the point where it's like I remember one of my friends was like unfriending people on Facebook because they were ruining Game of Thrones or like
Yeah,
ruining Marvel movies, post credit scenes and stuff like that.
again, oh yeah, all that is not manga. That's what I'm talking about. Like nobody was ruining anime until you got into this new generation that everyone likes anime now, so it's very popular, and now people are like actively ruining storylines for you.
I
That's what I'm talking about.
guarantee you, if
Matter of fact, yeah,
Twitter
thank
was as
you, Joshua Awesome. Look, Joshua Awesome, thank you for proving my point. No one knows how Thousand Year Blood War ends, right? Because all the people that read it and read the book and know how it ends are not online spoiling it. That's what I'm talking about specifically.
Thousand Year Blood War is from what?
See, you don't even know what it's from, and I just named it already. It's from Bleach.
That's the thing. Bleach isn't like the most talked about anime right now. I'm talking about like if you okay, take what we experienced when we were kids. Like let's say Dragon Ball Z, when Dragon Ball Z was at its height, where everybody's world would stop. Everybody at our age, our world would stop at 5 p.m. every day, whether we were playing basketball, hanging outside with the homies, and everyone would run inside and go watch Toonami. If Twitter existed at that exact same time, all of those big moments would get blasted all over Twitter if it was as prominent as it is today. Like the first time, oh wait, so not the first time, when Goku turned Super Saiyan against Frieza, that would have been all over Twitter. The father son Kamehameha, all those big epic moments trending above like political shit and football or whatever else is big happening that day.
I don't know, man. Twitter was
Our
out when
generation is just as guilty.
I disagree. We had Twitter when like matter of fact, let me make sure. When was Twitter created? 2006. Okay, so we had Twitter in the days of Bleach and Naruto Shippuden, and like the the days of One Piece, the big three. We
Yeah,
had
but
Twitter at that time. No
what was
one.
Twitter back then? Like that was in its infancy. No one really fucked with Twitter back then.
Yes, we. I was on Twitter. I don't know what you was doing.
2006.
I know what
I
you
was
was
probably
doing.
outside. I wasn't big on social media until like later in
You
life.
was on a
Like,
block. We're not going to get into Justin's history.
man,
You was
please,
on a
please don't. I
block.
don't know how statute of limitations work on some things, but you know
I'm
what it
just.
also is? It's because anime is much more mainstream these days. Back when we
That's
were kids,
yes.
anime was more niche.
Right. So that's
But
what I'm saying. That's why millennials were not. We don't spoil anime because we don't come from that when it's popular. Now, like it's extra popular and everyone's watching it, so it is Game of Thrones now. But it's we still have that decorum. Like we built different. We come from a different era of anime and manga. So we don't like go online to spoil that specifically. But everything else is fair game.
that's because we were trained to hide it because we got called nerds and weirdos for doing a Naruto run in the hallway.
Yeah, now
I
they
don't want to say
doing
we
it
because I'm not going.
where
I'm not going to pretend like
video
I was big on anime when I was a kid. I was all in the
I
comics,
was
but it was a
in
very
hiding.
niche thing. But because of the rise in popularity for anime, either because Michael B. Jordan made it popular because he talked about it once. I don't know how it became like a big thing as it is today. But if it
Probably the
was as
writers,
big
probably.
when we were like all obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, we would spoil the shit out. We spoil it now. If you go on TikTok or Twitter, whenever there's a big anime moment, it's trending somewhere, and it's not always young guys; it's
This
dudes our age.
all right. We're gonna do a study. We're gonna see who the age range of these people spoiling uh, all these like popular anime. We'll figure it
This
out.
somehow became our main topic before we even got into
Yeah,
news.
it's supposed to be straight news.
All right, let's get to the first story. Stream East has been shut down per The Athletic. For those who don't know, Stream East is an app. How do I say this without getting flagged? um, it is an
I mean,
app
it's
that
shut down,
users
so it's fine.
use. Oh, shut down. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a piracy app. Essentially, you go if you want to watch a football game, basketball game, any sort of sports, go there, watch it for free, do the usual piracy thing that
Yeah.
we all know how to do. And I think personally, this ain't going to do anything at all. They're just going to find another quote unquote
Uh,
Stream East somewhere
yeah.
else.
There's already another one. I know what it is. I won't say what it is.
Yeah, please don't. DM me after, but don't. Let's not out it real quick.
People were like in shambles, and it's just very hilarious to me.
I
Like
mean, why?
losing.
Like, do you not know how piracy works? Like, there's always another boat out there
No, I
flying
mean,
a different flag.
especially for like NFL. We're in NFL season now. You want to watch a
Hmm.
game, just to, because I know we're like this is supposed to be for nerds. We're right now. This is sports nerd talking. Like if you want to watch an NFL game, you gotta have Prime. Sorry, let me go back. Because first you need NFL Plus because you need NFL Plus to watch the preseason games live. All right, then you need Prime. You need CBS. You need NBC. You need ABC, ESPN, uh, Disney. Sometimes they air it on Disney, right? You need YouTube. for a couple things, but they aired it for free on YouTube, right? It's just too much. And then if you want to watch like your actual team, because you know like a Cowboys fan might live in Minnesota, right? But you can't watch that game in Minnesota because you're out of network. So then you need a way to watch it. And if you want to get NFL, what is it, Sunday ticket, it's like $75 a month or something ridiculous. It's like stupidly expensive. And I think they lowered it if you're like a first time person. They'll lower it for 3 months. But like, I see why like people are in shambles. Like nobody has money like that to spend to try to watch their game.
You know how to use Google? Like, if
No, you could
I'm not going
Google
to
the
give out any
score.
advice regarding piracy here, but it's just like if you have a basic understanding of how Google works, you can always find an alternative. And you don't
Oh
need to
no,
go
but
in any dark web shit either.
that alternative was Stream East, right?
Yeah,
Or
but
like
there's
Reddit. I remember Reddit
alternatives
had
to
a
that
whole
alternative.
like subreddit for like NFL games that got shut down years ago.
There's other ways. I mean,
I'm just saying like the ways for the layman all got shut down. So it's like it's hard out here. And right, like Josh also said, you gotta be rich for real to like enjoy sports.
no, I'm not. I 100% agree. Like the prices are
So
insane. The difficulty to watch content is insane. I'm just talking about like the ability to find an alternative to stream each. You give me one search and two scrolls, and I'm pretty sure you could find something. I'm not
oh yeah.
advocating for that by any means because we would like to have sponsorships at some point, but I don't understand the whole shambles thing if you just know how to clickety clack and then click again. Like, anyways, but
You know them boomers and zoomers and
yeah,
they're
we
not
are
as
dealing with
savvy.
people who don't know how PDFs work, aren't we?
Yeah, they're not as savvy. So
That's fair. But it's
I don't
just
think anyone. You know how remember you used to be able to jailbreak your Fire Stick,
yeah.
right? And then you just know how to. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want.
Again,
I
we
don't want
would
them
like
checking my Fire
sponsorships at
Stick.
some point.
Yeah, but like you have to know what you're doing. I remember, matter of fact, I'm not going to name who it is, but like this is like a dude who will sell like a jailbroken Fire Stick, right? So he sells jailbroken Fire Sticks, and then he just goes in, and every month he just makes sure that the leakers are up to date so that it continues to work. Right. So he does what we just know how to do normally. What we both probably used to do. Like I definitely used to do that. And then at a certain point I was like, man, I have a good job now. I don't need to keep doing this. And I got tired of like finding new links to use so that this thing would work. So I'm good. I moved on.
Like you, I'm not a criminal. I have never pirated anything in my life. So when sponsorships come along, please pay me more than you pay Samsung. But thing is, it's like if you really want to get piracy wiped out, you just got to make it more accessible and cheaper. Like one of the
Mm-hmm.
biggest things against piracy originally was streaming. Like
Mm-hmm.
streaming made it accessible for everyone. Back when Netflix was like I don't know $7 a month, everyone hopped on board. And
When
then
sharing the password was love.
yeah, right. Everybody had the password. Everyone was having a good time. Piracy was destroyed.
Yeah.
Not destroyed, but it was much lower than it is now. But then like now it became more difficult to find what you want because there's like 12, 13, 14 different streaming sites. The prices have been jacked up to like 15 to $20. And now it's just like, well, people don't got money like that. So of course they're gonna look
Yeah.
for cheaper or alternatively free options.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Joshua Awesome said, like, why does it cost like $300 to watch just not even like watch your favorite teams, watch any sort of games? Like, why do you have to jump through so many different hurdles, figure out if you're in network, like you're talking about like health insurance and shit, just to go see if it charges game? Like, it's way too much.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize it because, like you said, there's a bunch of boomers at the helm who don't really understand how this works, or they do and they just don't give a fuck because they want the money. But just make it accessible. Stop making people jump through hoops, and I promise you, they will get rid of piracy so much to the point where like we've seen examples of it with like Hollow Knight Silk Song. The game is cheap. The game is amazing. And now you have pirates online saying, no, we cannot, in good conscience, pirate something like this because it represents everything we would want from the industry.
Yeah, now that's gonna happen. Capitalism is alive and well. So
Yeah, no.
Get your money up.
That's why. That's why it's like, if only capitalism, like I wish people like capitalism advocates was like really about that shit, because like they talk about the free market will settle everything. Well, the free market isn't working the way it was intended. Everything is rigged. Everything is a monopoly in some sort of way. If you really were about it, let the free market actually dictate it and make it so you can have actual competition going back and forth.
Yeah.
And the NFL doesn't have anybody to compete with, so it's pretty much fuck you, pay me, and now people are sailing the high seas online. Bro, the XFL should have we should have invested more and believed in it a bit more.
They still got stadium football. I think they still got lingerie football also. So just tune on in.
Yeah, but do you
Legends
really want to
Football
go to
League.
those? Do you really want to go to a lingerie football game?
Let's move on to the next story, man.
I'm not even talking about for the players. I'm talking about, do you really want to be sat next to the people who would attend a lingerie football game?
They be jumping in the stands, man.
Do you really want to be
Let's
sat
move
next to
on
somebody?
to the next story.
Them seats gonna be sticky as hell. Anyways,
It's nasty, man.
um, Warner Brothers has joined Studios' AI copyright battle against Midjourney. There's been an ongoing fight against Midjourney, which
Yeah.
is pretty much the premier image generator app. And all the big companies are now going after it because they're trying to set a legal precedent for them to go after all the other image generators that exist on the internet. And
Yeah.
everyone's rallying, but not everyone. A lot of people are rallying against Warner Brothers, saying, "Hey, you're fighting for your creativity." No, they're not. They're just pissed off because a company is using their IP to generate images, and what they want to do is generate it for themselves. And if given the option to choose between a human creator and a robot, they are always going to choose the robot.
Yeah, but also it's like it's blatant as well. Like Midjourney has been blatantly using these IPs. Like it, I get it. I know what Warner Brothers actually is trying to do. Like they're not champions or anything. They just want to do it themselves. But also like Midjourney, you can't just use that with impunity. Like nah, it's not cool. So
I agree, but Grok does the same thing on Twitter. Like if you typed in like Mickey
mhm.
Mouse, or actually no, Grok was what they were using to generate all those messed up Taylor Swift images that caught a bunch of hell it was
Yeah,
last year, a few
you
months ago.
cannot do that either.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
Yeah, you can't do none of that.
if you go after Midjourney, you have to go after Grok, and then I know that's going to start a legal battle with Elon, and
That's fine.
yeah. But it's like if you typed in right now, image of Batman, you're going to get an image of Batman, which is Warner Brothers IP. So,
Yeah,
uh,
be a shame if someone put something into a bill that says you couldn't litigate against AI for 10 years.
that's a good point. How is this not included in that?
I don't know. Let's just move on.
I don't know. I think you should just be able to pay royalties for whatever training data you use. So, you got to pay royalties for music, pay royalties for images, likenesses, characters.
Then you have to. I don't want to get into it. It's gonna
This
be
episode has
very
already gone on long
yeah.
enough.
To then get into how that actually has to work, like how royalties actually work and how streams actually work, and like even like like when sitcoms are air again and then they get paid for that sitcom airing on it, like how that stuff actually works. Like we'd be here all day.
Syndication.
Yeah, and then try to apply that to AI image generation, we'd be here all day.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to figure out a way for like the small creators to actually be compensated for their works, not necessarily the big corporations, because they're going to get it either way.
You're not going to be compensated. So yeah, take the L. Stop drawing. That's the world we live
That's
in. Just stop.
it's a sad reality.
Yeah, stop
But
working. It is what it is.
there has been a precedent set though, because in our next story, Anthropic is to pay authors 1.5 billion to settle a lawsuit over pirated books that have been used to train AI chatbots.
I wish they didn't settle.
Me neither.
Yeah,
They should have gone for the throat.
yeah,
One
take it all.
1.5 billion isn't enough.
Yeah, take it all because after you settle it, like, well, I don't remember the terms of the settlement also, or if they were
Mhm.
released.
Yeah,
Um, but I imagine that it's not like it's not like they settle, pay the 1.5, and then delete all that information from the
exactly.
you know. So
Yeah, because it's like it's already done its job. Like
yeah,
they upload it one time and now it does whatever it needs to do, and as a result, like you pretty much just stole billions, I don't know, millions, thousands, billions of works, however many things you use on that training model. But
yeah.
I don't know. We're looking at a very bleak future when it comes to creators getting their just their dues.
Mm.
Um, let's see. What was it? Oh, the Ministry of Finance in what was it, Mexico? I think it's Mexico. I feel like. Please hold. I just want to double check to make sure.
You don't recognize the
Yes, the
flag?
Mexican government,
Yeah,
Ministry of
it's Mexico.
Finance in the Mexican government is proposing an 8% tax on violent video game digital services, as well as increases in taxes on online gambling, soft drinks, beverages with non-caloric sweeteners, and tobacco, all in an effort to improve the overall mental health and well-being of its citizens.
The non-caloric sweeteners part is weird. I thought they used real sugar and everything. Well, what's a non-caloric sweetener? Like stevia?
I think so.
Uh,
That shit with
okay.
the crazy aftertaste.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I kind of agree with the online gambling portion, but not anything else. Everything else is like it's pretty arbitrary
So I
to
think
me.
they need to reframe what online gambling they're going after. Because if you're an adult, you should be able to throw away your money in whatever way you see fit in a free country.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
should be, but I think they should tax it more. You should. I don't mind them taxing that more,
hmm
taxing
that's
that
fair.
differently.
Yeah, but they're trying to do this in an effort to reduce gambling, which is also fine. I
Oh, that's
think they
weird.
need to go after I think they need to consider using loot boxes in video games as a form of gambling because that not exclusively, but it mostly targets children. Like if you think
Mm,
about the loot box mechanic, you're pretty much just rolling the dice, hoping to get a positive outcome. And the more times you roll it, if you get a negative outcome, like it creates
yeah,
that drive and that urge and that addiction to try and get the best one. And you're training children on that from very young ages because a lot of the apps they use for gaming have loot box mechanics.
yeah. But imagine if your kid took your credit card and then started doing some loot box stuff, and now they taxing you more, and you didn't even like I didn't authorize this. It's too late.
Mm. First of all, my child knows better. I don't hit children, but the threat of it always exists.
Took your child to
Like,
the block and said, "This is what happens." You just let him watch. This is what happens when you do that. See him on the block. Oh
but
man.
so what do you question? Trying to figure out how to phrase the question. Like, should governments be deciding what media is like too violent in video games? Like I know there are some examples like that one game that like allowed you to sexually assault women. Like that by no means should
Grand Theft Auto.
exist. But like no, it wasn't Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto you pay for it. Um uh
Mhm.
but like a Grand Theft Auto game, should a government be able to deem that as too violent? Or like Saints Row or Call of Duty or any of these, you know,
No, I think that's
I
what
feel
you.
like
That's what the what is it MSRP rating? Is that what that is?
yeah,
That's what that's for, right? I think you
yeah.
can say like, yeah, this is rated NA, or like M for mature, or like X for like don't touch this. This is not
hmm
for children.
Yeah.
I think at some point, like you gotta police, like you're not police, but at some point you gotta like take this into heed. I remember I used to work at a movie theater. If the movie's rated R, I can't let you in. Like, oh, I need ID. You can't come in here unless
Yeah,
you're
but is
of this age. Like, it should be the same when you go to buy a video game. Like, if it says rated T for teen, you probably shouldn't be able to buy it unless you are uh, A card holding teenager. Show me your learner's permit.
Okay, but should the government be the one making those decisions instead of the businesses who create them?
Yeah, I think the government. It's fine for the government to put that stamp on it. This, to me that's fine. Like there should be a standard, but I don't think the government should stop you from being able to purchase it. So like if it's rated M, the government say, yeah, this is a mature game based on these metrics. All right, put it out in the stores. You can buy it. Just get your parent to get it for you.
Yeah.
That to me, that is fine.
See, my issue with that is that governments, well, depending on what administrations in power, they have different perceptions on what is considered mature content, and that
That's
could skew. Hmm?
no, I'm saying that, to me that's fine, as long as you don't stop my ability to buy it. Right? I don't care. You can look at Grand Theft Auto. You can rate it triple X. Right? So what? I'm grown. I can go buy it if I want to. That's fine.
Yeah,
Just don't
but that's
stop me
what
from being able to buy it.
I agree, but like that's where the slippery slope starts. Like first, it's just like higher taxes. Then over time,
Oh,
it
don't. I don't think
becomes a
they should
bit
tax
more
you every.
authoritarian, in my opinion. I just don't like.
Yeah.
I I'm always worried about like the end game here. It's like okay, it starts off with like an 8% tax, but then what then deems mature content? Is it just the ESRB rating, or does it
Oh,
eventually
that's what it
develop
is.
into something more?
What's MSRP? Is it is that for cards? I
I think that's the
blame
price.
Joshua also. Yeah, I Josh also was talking about MTG, and it made me think about cards, and then started saying,
Yeah, MSRP is manufacturer's suggested retail price.
yeah, I blame Joshua also for that. That's his fault.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like censorship is a very dangerous game. It's always a very it's a snowball that starts to roll down the hill and eventually becomes an avalanche to where you can't do this and you can't say that and
But to me, that's not censorship, right? A parental advisory sticker is not censorship. It's like, yeah, just be aware, and then maybe your kid shouldn't be allowed to buy this. It's like
that's not. But when the
that's
government is what puts the labels on it, that's what starts to feel like censorship to me.
yeah, but I think the government still effectively puts the labels on it, right? There's like a metric for what qualifies as like needs an advisory. Like I remember there used to be a metric for how many times you could say shit on a TV show before you had to like start censoring it, or like you can't air this on broadcast anymore. I remember South Park. They did an episode. They had the counter. Like so it's like a thing. It's always been a thing. All right,
Yeah,
here are the guidelines, and then you give it to the businesses, and then they work within those guidelines. That's just like normal. I think that should always happen. But then to start pulling things off shelves because you're like, yeah, this is too much for kids. Like, all right, that's a lot. I don't think the government should do that.
yeah. Well, plus the what's the name for context? The ESRB is a nonprofit organization. It's not the government.
I
It's
was
just
like,
an
oh,
overseer of businesses. And this is what I mean, like where I'm worried about like the government stepping in when like things are pretty well regulated to begin with. It's like
mm,
kids generally cannot get obtain a game that is mature unless they have a parent's consent or they sneak around in some sort of fashion. Like
I
a 12-year-old kid can't walk up and buy Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They would have to use either have a parent with them or use their parent's credit card, which involves either sneaking or the parent's consent.
I've never been stopped from buying something that's mature.
I have.
It's because you're black.
I thought we shared something in common.
I'm black, but where I'm from, they just let us take stuff. They didn't care about us.
Oh, so you're just stealing?
No, I was stealing. They just don't care. Like, yeah, take
Yeah.
it.
No, I definitely have been stopped. I remember when I wanted to go get Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Uh,
Mm.
what's the name? I got stopped by the game store where they're like, "Nope, you need a parent." Um, Various movie theaters stopped me in the event that I tried to watch like an R-rated film. Like there are safeguards in place, and I don't like the government overstepping where they shouldn't. So whether that be with like trying to take over business
Okay, that's
or
fair.
with them trying to become parents when the parent should be the one regulating all this. Like if we had less stupid parents, a lot of the problems in society would be solved. Let's see. Next story. Um, the Wizard of Oz at Sphere is reportedly grossing $2 million a day. Execs think it could make over $100 million within a year. Over 90% of the film has been touched up with AI. Fans are paying $200 a ticket, and they're talking to WB about licensing other films, including Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's like the future of film. That's why I shared it. I thought it was interesting. And for those that don't know, this the Sphere is like that Las Vegas Sphere, right? And
Yeah, when they
I've
put
heard,
emojis on.
yeah, I've heard people tell me about like their experience in there. It's like amazing. So I think this is like cool. This is like the future of film. This is like a 4D. I'm sure Fu Money is in a 4D box right now watching Fast and Furious as the water sprays. It's still hilarious to me. For his birthday, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch Fast and Furious in 4D," and I was like, "All right, I'm not sitting there, but I'll sit behind you." And I'm just sitting there, and I just hear his chair rocking. It's like this is excessive, but yeah, I think it's cool. It's the future of film,
Yeah.
so I think that'll be cool. Although it is expensive.
That's what I was about to say. Like it's another uh big safe not really safeguard. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a barrier to entry where you have a $200 price tag. Like that's not
Mm.
something ordinary people can just go have fun at on a Friday night. You got a budget for that if you are anywhere in the lower middle class to the lower class.
Yeah, but it's experience. You
Yeah,
made the movies an
yeah,
experience again.
yeah, but it's I don't know. I
Imagine
like this.
Transformers in the Sphere.
This ain't about me. I can afford it. I'm talking about everybody else. Like it's just I don't want things to be I don't want regular people to be priced out of experiences like this because it's like movies should be for everyone.
Yeah,
Like
but
there was a time where like the movie theaters would cost like a quarter. Everyone could go watch I don't know some Stanley Kubrick
oh,
movie
not
or
everyone.
just I mean depending on where you are and what color you were, you could go to the corresponding theater.
But I don't. To me, this is fine because it's not like they're debuting movies in the Sphere, right?
Hmm.
This is just, it's like to me this is like going to an amusement park,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, you gotta have to pay to enjoy this experience, but
Hmm.
it's just for this time. You can still go to a regular theater or
There you
watch
go.
whatever you want to debut. That to me, this is cool. This seems like just fun, a lot of fun.
But what happens when let's say there's a continuing downward trend in theaters making money? Because we've reported on several stories about like various theaters being shut down.
Hmm.
At what point? Like my concern is that with theaters being shut down, the big theater experience transitions more into a luxury sort of thing. Like I don't think movies should be a luxury. I think they should be a fun night out for everyone. And if you want to have the big luxury stuff, by all means, go to the Sphere for $200. I would never do that. As much as I love Transformers, I'm not. Hell no. But I'm worried about the loss of movie theaters and then the massive profits. I don't know if this is a profit though. I don't know how much they're actually investing into it. But like the loss of one, but the gain of another.
I mean, the loss of regular theaters. I don't think that's not the Sphere's not to blame for that. That's just streaming. That's how it
Hmm.
goes.
Yeah.
I think that's it's like now we're like conflating things because
Yeah.
the Sphere being successful doesn't take away from like regular theaters. What actually takes away from regular theaters is them releasing movies on streaming 30 days later.
That's
Right?
what
So
I
then
mean. Like,
no one has any reason to go to a regular theater anymore. But
mhm.
in general, they'd have a reason to go to the Sphere because it's just an experience. I think to me that's separate. That's like a separate thing.
Yeah, I don't think the Sphere is the death of the theater. I think the Sphere rising while the theater is declining might result in a shift. Yeah.
I hope not.
Mm.
I would hope. I would hope like people that run these companies are smart enough to know like the vast majority of the people they are trying to reach cannot afford to spend $200 to watch anything in the sphere. Also, there's only one sphere. Where else, unless you're gonna build another one, so every city has a sphere. No,
That's a good point. Like,
like it doesn't make sense.
someone just build a big ass sphere in the middle of Frederick, Maryland. That'd be funny.
Yeah, and sorry, Joshua, I see your comments. Yeah, I do agree. Like the way like a lot of theatrical releases happen, like alongside streaming releases. Like I think Highest to Lowest was in theaters, and then like 2 weeks later or something like that, it was on Apple Plus.
That
I
was
hated
deliberate.
that. Yeah, I know it
Yeah,
was. I hate that.
yeah,
It's just a different world. We live in a
yeah.
different world now. So
It's that same barrier to entry price tag, which
mm-hmm.
stops people from taking risks on films. That's why we're having that discussion about like would K-pop Demon Hunters have been as big as it was if it went to theaters first instead of streaming? I think it would have gained its popularity over time, but I like much like Encanto, I don't think it would have happened in the theater. I think once everyone had immediate, well, quote unquote, free access to it, that's when it would have become a phenomenon. And I think a lot of these studios are realizing that, which is why you have a highest to lowest situation where they only gave it 1 week in the theater, but they wanted to push more people to Apple TV Plus.
Which side note, random story. Apple TV Plus is going up by $3, I think. So for those of you that have Apple TV, pay the extra three.
Or people gonna be on the high seas. Um, Last week, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company received a U.S. patent on summoning a character and letting it fighting another.
That,
Letting it fight another. I'm struggling
yeah,
with words tonight.
it's fine. That this actually doesn't make any sense because we talked about this and Final Fantasy did it before Nintendo.
Hmm.
So like I don't know how you can have a patent on summoning something. Like it doesn't make sense because I was legitimately trying to think like wait what else exists where you can summon something and then have it fight something else, and did
Elden
that
Ring.
thing no that came before Pokemon.
Mm,
And
I
I was
think
trying to
just
think.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to think. You mentioned Final Fantasy, but it's such a like common game mechanic that'll never hold up. Like at some point, someone will realize, yeah, like, no, this is very normal. It's okay. We feel the same way as you, Josh Awesome. We told you to link us your podcast too, man. We would
Yeah,
love to.
please. We want to go support, man.
Yeah, we love support and listen. But
Yeah.
Nintendo, I don't know like why Nintendo does this. They really don't care about us.
I
It's
don't.
really what it feels like.
I don't like this. Okay, I know it's not a trend yet, but I don't like this whole concept of patenting like game mechanics. Like to my knowledge, it started with it was the patent that allowed you to play mini games during loading screens.
Mhm.
Some company patented that, and that's why we don't have that concept anymore in any other video game. And then it was the Nemesis system from Lord of the Rings:
Which
Shadow of Mordor.
that's different.
Yeah, but like as a result, because of that patent, now we don't have that in any other game, and it would have been fantastic in any like a wide variety of games we played ever since. And then now Nintendo's doing this. Is that going to cause like this massive feeding frenzy where all these big companies go out and try to just patent all these different mechanics? And once again, it's another situation where creativity dies, and the indie game space is going to suffer the most from this because they can't afford to. Actually, no, I know exactly where this is going. It's going to be a like subscription or like a royalty fee in order to use these things in your games if you want to have them.
Yeah, I don't think that the this summoning thing shouldn't hold up. Like that's stupid. And yeah, Josh Russell's right. They are losing that Power World patent lawsuit. Like you can't just the Nemesis system is different. I think that's a different type of game mechanic. If you want to do that, you got to do your own. And then the you mentioned the playing games, mini games
Yeah,
during the loading screen. Again, maybe that's closer. Like that's all right. I don't think. this is just a good idea. All right, you don't have a monopoly on ideas. As long as I don't make the same mini game as you, this shouldn't matter. I think at some point someone will, like, fight back. And, yeah, this is egregious. You can't do that. And I think that's going to happen with the Nintendo thing because you can't. You're not even actually first, right? Unless you get specific. Like, all right, well, summoning a creature from a ball to then fight another creature that was also summoned from a ball. Cool, because that's specifically what you do. But just blanket summons, nah, that's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, it says the patent has been granted. Does this mean that everything is like official, or does it mean like now it goes to like a different level of the courts and then they have
I
to
don't know.
hash it out?
But you can fight it. It's like someone gets a copyright on a, or what is it, or a trademark or something like that. You can always fight it. I know, like in music, let's say you make a song and then someone comes back and said, "Yo, no, I made this song first."
You cut off.
Oh, I cut off. Sorry. Let's say in
Yeah.
music, if you make a song and someone comes back and said, "No, I made the song first," you can always, like, just show that you in fact did do this first, and then uh,
I see.
they switch it up. So you can always
Gotcha.
fight it. It should work the same way for a patent, especially if Final Fantasy's like, "Yeah, no, we did this first."
Yeah, like I said, I'm worried about that feeding frenzy situation where like all these big companies going and trying to scoop up mechanics
Yeah.
just to have them in their own wheelhouse. And at
Actually,
that
no.
point,
Josh also might have a point too.
mhm.
Maybe they're doing it because of the ongoing Power lawsuit.
Yeah, I know,
But
but like
yeah, is there a
that was
patent
a
out there?
very good point. But it's just like if they aren't stopped on this, what's to stop other companies from doing the exact same thing with all the very basic mechanics we've come to expect in a multitude of different games? But now it can only be in like Call of Duty or Apex Legends or just pretty much big corporations
Mm-hmm.
siphoning away the ability to be creative. And now you have to jump through additional hurdles, or like now there's a payment fee that indie developers have to suffer on top of trying to create an amazing game with whatever limited budget they already have.
Us, we're spreading the word.
Ah,
We'll
man,
stop
that's
it.
tragic. Speaking of creativity constantly being under attack, Paramount is preparing a bid to buy Warner Brothers. Yay for corporate hegemony.
Hey, we talked about this too on our little side chat. We got like random chat, y'all.
Mhm.
Uh, but I remember I brought up in our side chat. I don't know why I keep referencing this chat that no one's ever seen besides us and
Sometimes it's not even a chat. Sometimes you should be in the gym talking too damn much.
that too. But I remember when Disney made the move to buy Fox, and
Mhm.
then they were like, "No, this is a monopoly." And then they said, "All right, this is where the competition exists," and it was like at the news portion because that's that's the entertainment.
At least they're honest about it.
Fox News is technically an entertainment network. It's not like a news network. It's very funny to me,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I feel like the same would have to be said about Warner Brothers and Paramount. At some point, you have to acknowledge that, all right, no, this is there's like overlap here. You cannot have this part of it, and then they have to split off. Like, I would hope it's like Warner Brothers, like studios, like the DC stuff that James Gunn's doing, like all that movie stuff. Because Paramount is still, they still have a picture company, right? So at some point you have to separate those. That's what I would hope. Like, you can't have a monopoly.
I think that's going to happen. I think it only exists in that way for news. So, when Disney bought Fox, they said the one thing you have to break off is the Fox news stations and everything under that umbrella.
Yeah, but
Everything else they were allowed to keep. So all the movie stuff, everything else regarding entertainment, that was fine.
sorry, Fox News is not news. It's entertainment.
It still counts as a news station.
Does it? They
And
they
I
aren't
don't
listed
know.
as a news station. Is the company is like an entertainment company.
Yeah, but it does spread news. News.
Sorry, I don't want to. I don't actually care about like Fox News. This is more like a semantic argument. If the network itself is considered a news network, given that Um, they're listed as an entertainment company.
Yeah, well, I can tell you right now, this deal, if Warner Brothers accept it, is not going to encounter any sort of speed bumps along the way because the person who is fueling the purchase is a big friend and donor of the current government. So
Hmm.
he will encounter no resistance whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just wonder what happens to James Gunn in the DCU. Like, do they keep James Gunn on board, let him keep doing what he's doing, or do they fire him and put a new person in charge, or they keep him and they force certain mandates through and expectations and force him to pivot and like, okay, maybe
Mm.
everything you're trying to do with niche stories like Clayface or whatever, throw that shit out the window. We need Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. We need the mainstays. We need to be more like Marvel was when they opened with their primary Avengers lineup, and then they tried out all the niche stuff after.
Mm.
That's
We'll
gonna be
see.
interesting.
I'll hold out hope. We've seen enough like potential mergers happen where like
But you said murders.
no, I'm sorry, mergers happen where the government's like, oh no, you can't actually do that. That it constitutes a monopoly. You cannot do that.
You know me
So
very well. I'm a cynic when it comes to government.
I am too, but like we also got the history on our side in some cases. Well, maybe not in this Fox News case. We'll see.
Yeah, the Joshua also mentioned when they opened though, Iron Man wasn't the popular hero. That is
Mm.
true,
Yeah.
but with these big corporate mergers, they're putting down a lot of money and they expect immediate return on investment as quickly as possible. So I don't think they're going to be willing to allow creative risks after all the money they're going to drop to acquire Warner Brothers. They're going to want to go for the hot shots, like the big names with the potential to make the most amount of money possible.
Mm.
So that's what I think at least. I could be completely wrong, but it's hard to say what happens when new leadership is at the helm. Um, I
Oh.
would love a good Tim Drake.
Yeah.
Oh God. Um, Bioshock movie producer confirms the story is based on the first game and he addresses the production timeline. But I'm all for that. I like the first game.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2 studio CEO says the vast majority of people silently play the shooter, which means the devs can't just look at Reddit and what streamers are saying for feedback. This is a challenge for all games. Finally, someone said that shit.
Yeah. I still haven't played it, by the way.
Huh?
I still haven't played it.
Helldivers?
Yeah, I never played it.
It is a fantastic game.
I know, but I'm on that night rain.
You ain't never gonna get out that game. You gonna leave that just to go back to Warcraft Rumble.
Yeah, even though it's sunsetting, so
Yeah. But I've known this for I don't know how long, where like the internet is just a loud minority. And I
hmm.
don't mean that racially. I mean in terms of demographics. It just anytime someone is angry enough to vent their fury online, generally that's not the average gamer. The average gamer
Hmm.
doesn't even speak about it. They just go home, play it, and not even thinking about all the stuff that like the online people are really trying to like analyze and deconstruct.
Hmm. So I no, Josh Watson, Night Rain is not mid. I think people are just bad at it. It's very good, completely enjoyable. Love that game.
That's
The
the true
community just really
uh,
sucks. It's like it's like they've never played a From Software game.
I think there was a lot of kinks in the beginning where they had to work out because it was glitchy. It had problems, but the difficulty wasn't one of the problems.
It's an amazing game.
But I don't know. People should really consider the fact that like remember we would always complain about Marvel Snap because
Hmm.
of the various decisions they make, but we don't have their analytics. We don't know how many people are playing. Like you do have like metrics like Steam, which shows how many users are online at a given time. But if a game is on multiple different consoles or if it's on mobile, and I think Marvel Snap is one of those games that's primarily played on mobile. We don't know those numbers, and we would like to believe that whenever these game managers make a dumb decision, that there's like a drop off in activity. But no, people just go, "Oh, that's stupid," and they just continue on playing
Yeah,
what might be their favorite game at the moment.
blame y'all for all the trash we have to deal with.
What we do
I stopped playing. You check the
for what
snap.
Marvel? Marvel's not.
Yeah. Honestly,
I,
after they nerfed all them counter cards. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need
that's
to
just
play
for the
more.
month. That's like part of an event they're doing.
All right, well, when they change it back, then I'll play more.
I think you gave up because Tagreek beat you in
Nah,
your
I
week
just
long
no.
competition.
I just didn't. For he beat me like the last day too. He's not stopping. When he beat my score, I was like, all right, well, now I don't need to. No need to push hard. Now I just want to get new variants. And then like right after that, they changed the counter cards, and I was like, I don't even care. I can. It's like I only play discard now. I just
Yeah.
don't feel like doing it.
I wish I got more into Marvel Rivals, man. It's like when Overwatch was out, I played so much Overwatch, like to the point where I was like obsessed with it. Like it was like I could go silent on my friends for like a week, and then my friends would be like, "Hey, yo, go tell Jay that we playing Overwatch," and I would pop right back up just to hop on and just go at it for hours. But then like I played it so much that by the time Rivals came along, I liked Rivals, but it just felt like an Overwatch copy, and I had burnt myself out on the first game.
I, I think it's better than Overwatch. Although I haven't
And it
played it in a
might
while.
be. Yeah,
It's not
it
bad.
might be, but it just I burned out on Overwatch to the point where Rivals just felt like Overwatch with a Marvel skin.
I just want to play Night Rain, so I don't even play this. My friends will text me, "Yeah, you getting on?" Nah,
You
man.
know Nintendo gonna get you, right?
For what?
Because you are this obsessed with Soulsborne games that when the Dust Bloods come out, you can only
Oh
play it on
yeah,
one console.
I've already once I've committed to a boycott, I stand firm. I had to go to two stores a day because I was not shopping at Target. It was very inconvenient because I was in the Target. I had to go to the pharmacy, so I was in there. I had to leave, go to two different stores.
That's my kind of petty. I can respect it.
Yeah, man.
Just
I'm locked
don't
in.
have kids. Don't have kids because
I
they will
won't
fuck up all your boycott plans.
unless
Actually, don't have well behaved children who deserve shit. That's what really messes you up.
I just gaslight them into thinking they don't deserve nothing.
I tried. My son's too smart. I read to him too much. First poster for the live action Street Fighter movie has dropped. It will be in theaters October 16th, 2026. And this is a very strange cast.
Yeah, it is. I saw 50 Cent like lost a lot of weight too to play Balrog. Like,
He got the Balrog hairline too.
yeah, it was weird. Mostly because it just looked like 50 Cent with a weird hairline. But I
Yep.
respect him for like losing the weight
Yeah.
to be like a true boxer. And now I'm
Hmm.
more interested. Also, I remember that it makes sense for Roman Reigns to play Akuma.
How
Uh,
so?
uh,
Akuma's Japanese.
yeah, but like there's some like crossover there between Samoans and Japan. A lot of cultural ties and stuff like that. I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool.
Just
Uh,
find a swole tan Japanese dude.
that doesn't exist, but
They out there.
a Samoan does. Go ahead and do
That's not fair. Samoans are born swole.
that. Yeah.
I don't believe in the whole superior race arguments, but if Samoans made an argument, I don't. That's a strong point, but I
Yeah.
still ain't riding with it.
Samoa's as close as you're gonna get, man. So I this is cool. The poster does look weird though, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, I like what they were trying to do. It just feels like everyone is so oddly cast. Like it feels like they just went through who had the most people on social media who looked the most like the characters, and
Yeah.
it's helping with advertising. I think Chun Li is the only one who actually looks like Chun Li.
Yeah.
Sophie Turner will officially star as Lara Croft in the live action Tomb Raider series. Phoebe Waller Bridge and Chad Hodge will serve as showrunners. Jonathan Van Tulliken from Shogun will direct the series. Oh shit. Okay, that.
Yeah, I'm more excited for like the people working on this series, like the
Yeah,
writing and the directing, than I am for Sophie Turner. She's never really been like a great actress to me.
I don't know what she's really been in aside from Game of Thrones.
X Men.
Oh shit, she was Jean Grey.
Yeah, and she's not really like great in either. She's kind of just popular, so we'll see.
Mm,
I saw that she was working out for the role though. Like she got like really cut to play Laura Croft. So all right, that's cool. So
she got the Michelle Obama arms now.
nah, it was like more like I was watching Rick and Morty.
Hmm.
I think you're calling them cum gutters.
What?
That's what they call the abs. I've just been having a Rick and Morty like marathon for no reason. I really love Rick and Morty. But
Dude,
yeah,
that caught me so off guard.
she's been working out for the role. And I yeah, you're right, Joshua Watson. Like the script she got for X-Men wasn't great,
Hmm.
but you know,
Yeah, I
we'll
can
see.
see her
I'll
as
give her a
Laura Croft.
chance. Yeah, I can see it, but like given her other performances, I don't really care about her
Yeah.
specifically. I do care about the people working on the show. And then it's sorry, it's a video game adaptation, not an adaptation of the animated Netflix Laura Croft series, which is really good. Y'all should check that out on Netflix.
Yeah. So long as she has the back muscles when she's mountain climbing, that's Laura Croft
No, I think
classic
she will.
fashion.
This is like what's her name? With the jeans, good jeans.
Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney. Yeah, this is like Sydney Sweeney transforming for that Christie role she's playing,
Hmm.
which looks
Yeah.
amazing. It looks really good. Sorry to
Yeah.
step on your news, but it's the
We'll
same
get
thing.
there in time.
Yeah,
Patience.
it's the same thing.
We got a first. Wait, hold on, wait. I'm just making sure I don't jump too far ahead. Um, yeah, we got a first teaser for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is in theaters April 3rd, 2026.
Yeah, they're gonna make a billion. So
Easily,
yeah,
easily.
easy billion.
It's interesting they jumped to Super Mario Galaxy instead of Super Mario World.
Probably for some crossover things. They're trying to set up a universe.
Perhaps. Ooh, okay. Maybe the third movie be a Smash Bros. That'll be the first ever like $3 billion film.
Yeah, they're just
And it don't even got to be good. It just got to have Donkey Kong throwing Pikachu at Yoshi and
yeah,
then Link swoop. Like, yeah, just give us an end game scene with all those classic Nintendo characters and printing money. Don't even
yeah,
need a plot.
yeah. That's sad.
You're so unappreciative of spectacle.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like stories.
Story has a time and place. Sometimes spectacle is important.
No,
Story is not needed in
my
films
people
like
used to be a spectacle.
Transformers. Huh?
My people used to be a spectacle, so I don't like
Why
spectacles.
you got to change it back?
Yeah, yeah. You
You
wasn't
that
ready
too
for that.
woke friend who just got to pivot everything towards it.
My
For
brother.
400 years, I had to fight.
All my life.
My Hero Academia live action movie nabs Welcome to Derry co-creator as writer. I think it's coming out on Netflix.
Yeah, I think so. I my hero is not great to me, so I don't really care.
I like My
I,
Hero. I just don't trust live action animated adaptations. I think
yeah,
One
only
Piece
One
was the only
Piece.
one I liked.
Yeah, One Piece is the only one that it has done it well so far.
Yeah, and
That
to
that
Josh
true that
Walker.
Josh Awesome is correct. The series hasn't actually finished. The manga has finished though, and I think like Japan really does not care about you Americans and your anime only obsession. They they just move on. It's just nah. It's time to go. It's done.
You,
Let's do this.
See, you and Josh Awesome have the same problem of caring about creative integrity and skill and story and
I
quality.
care about
These
stories.
motherfuckers just want to make money. That's all that matters.
No,
I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying, like,
I'm not. In this case, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like the so for those that don't know, the My Hero Academia manga has finished, right? But the
hmm
series has not yet. I don't know when the series will finish. And Josh Awesome
yeah,
saying like, why are you making a live action series when the regular series hasn't finished? And I was just saying Japan doesn't care about none of that because the manga's done, which means it's time to move on to the next thing. And they do that all the time. That's why like if you watch like a opening like opening credits, right, for a show, for your favorite
Yeah.
anime, you'll start seeing spoilers. It's because in Japan it already happened in the manga, and they do not care. They like, all right, you should have read it. That whole anime only thing is like very American. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. This is the same thing. Like the
Yeah.
manga's done. Let's move on and get that live action going. But hopefully, maybe they'll finish the anime before the live action comes out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
But I personally, I don't think they care, either for money reasons or the reasons you
yeah.
mentioned. Like, it's just
Japan does not
how
care.
can we keep this in the cultural mindset for as long as possible and as
Yeah.
prominently as possible?
So Japan be spoiling the whole plot lines in anime opening credits, and y'all love the song, so y'all gonna watch.
I do love the song. Every time I watch a new anime, I always pick up a new song for my
Yeah,
Spotify.
and then they go to the big reveal. They put a One Piece reveal in there. I was like, yo, I would have been so pissed if I hadn't read this already.
If you don't read the manga, do you even really know what the spoilers are? It's just
Yes,
teasing.
I'll give you an example. They put that Kaido was a dragon in the opening credit, right? So you watch him
Oh,
transform, but that hadn't been revealed yet. So you didn't actually know he
mhm.
was a dragon, right?
Yeah.
They put who the traitor was for the Wano arc in the opening credits. Like very clear as day, because they revealed it already in the manga. But nobody watching this, like it's like a brand new opening scene. We don't know what's happening yet. Why'd you
That
put this in here?
they know what they doing. They putting the catchy ass songs over it. It's like, hey y'all, like y'all don't want to hear me, y'all just want to dance.
Maybe that's what you don't realize what's going on because it's like, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't actually realize what you're watching. I know people
Oh,
were
that's
pissed
funny.
though. At least for One Piece, it happens all the time. It's just very hilarious to me every time they do it. They just do not care about nothing.
That's hilarious. See, now I'm gonna be like extra attentive anytime I see these anime openings. It's like I love them. They're awesome. They're colorful. They got great music. Turns out they just full of what's to come 2 seasons from now.
You're gonna start seeing characters like, who was that? And the biggest reveal of whatever transformation is supposed to happen for that character. Matter of fact, we can even go back to Dragon Ball. Remember Dragon Ball Z, the opening theme
Hmm.
song?
Yeah.
Did they spoil that for us? Did the Goku turn Super Saiyan in the opening theme song before we knew what Super Saiyan was?
Remember.
The Rock the Dragon theme song, not the like. I never watched
Dragon,
the.
Dragon, Rock. I don't know if that's copyrighted. I don't want to get struck. But
It
that
probably
song, right?
is. Yeah, the Rock the Dragon joint. And then at the
I
end of
don't.
the song, he turns to. First of all, that whole opening sequence is from a movie. That's number one. It's not even
Mhm.
from the. It's not even from the show. But
We do that all the time.
they put Vegeta standing next to him. Like, why is Vegeta? This is enemy. Why is he standing here? Right. So all
Uh,
this is a spoiler, right? And then he turns Super Saiyan. All that's a spoiler. But you don't.
yeah.
You're not supposed to know any of this because you're not going to see none of that till way later. But it's already been written, and the people in Japan already read it. So here you go.
I feel like we knew about I feel like we knew about Super Saiyan long before Dragon Ball Z, though.
Maybe we knew
Because,
some people in Japan
bro, probably. Because remember back in the day where like everyone was obsessed with like drawing Dragon Ball Z fan art. So we had like Super Saiyan Goku level 7 kind of crazy shit, but like where like the hair folded up the entire background of the picture, like stuff like that. So like we always had some
though.
awareness of it. It just wasn't until like it was animated and realizing the animated it became like this big awesome deal.
I don't know. I know where I was when with Super Saiyan. Sorry. It's like we had the 9/11 anniversary a couple days ago.
Hmm.
Like you know how people ask like, yeah, where were you? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember where I was. I remember where I was when Goku was Super Saiyan. That's how like important and impactful that was. I don't think I had ever seen or heard of anything before that, and it took like 5 days for him to go Super Saiyan. So I was like locked in, like, oh my god! And then as soon as it happened, that's when everybody started drawing the Super Saiyan 25, and like, you know, oh maybe that's
Super
why. All right,
Saiyan monkey gold and black and
thank you, Josh Awesome. So maybe it's because Vegeta mentioned it at the end of uh an arc, the Vegeta the Saiyans arc. He mentioned like the legendary Super Saiyan. So he must have came to Earth, said he was one, then got washed, um, and then flew to Namek, and then we saw a real one.
Yeah, I feel like I always had some sort of awareness of it, but
Yeah,
um,
that's probably the awareness is
yeah,
Vegeta talking
probably.
about it. Yeah. Okay.
Last bit of comic book movie news before we get into trailers. James Gunn just randomly announced on like a Wednesday afternoon, Man of Tomorrow in theaters, July 9th, 2027. It will
So
feature Superman and Lex Luthor teaming up against some unknown threat.
yeah,
And this is not the official sequel to Superman. This is more of Batman v Superman kind of esque spinoff of Superman, and then Superman will go on to then get his proper sequel after this film.
that'd be cool. Also, James
Yeah.
Gunn's another one. He just don't care. He just going, yeah, this coming out.
Here, damn.
No rollout. I feel like when he said it, it was like he was answering someone else's question. Like he was
Yeah.
answering a
Oh,
question
by the
about
way,
something else. It's just threw it out there. I said, what?
what? That was crazy because like when I saw the news for it, I was like, did I miss like a Comic Con or
Yeah.
some sort of like
Nah,
DC fandom, PlayStation Network, something like I
he
was.
was he was just tweeting at the time.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck, you know what? Here's this random fan art. Actually, no, it wasn't fan art. It was official art drawn
Yeah.
by I think Jim Lee, George Jimenez, and another artist whose name I can't remember." And he was like, "Yeah, just take it. Pictures of those two characters standing next to each other, fighting against each other. This is the new movie. Enjoy."
And then someone asked him about the movie, and he said, "Nah." And then he told us exactly what it's about to be about. It's like, yo, I respect it. 'Cause he don't care. I'm
It's
excited for it
true.
though.
Like,
That'll be cool.
yeah. Who do you think the villain's gonna be?
I don't know. Maybe Brainiac.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I think that if you look at the trajectory of the films, you got Batman, excuse me, Superman going against Lex Luthor in the first film. Then the next film directly after is Supergirl, and Supergirl deals a lot with Brainiac and like the bottled city of Kandor and everything. If he's hinted at the end of that film, because she's supposed to be going against Lobo in her film,
I
that
thought they
would
were
then segue.
together, not like
Oh,
against each other. Her and Lobo. I thought they were just like just
I
there together, not like actually fighting each other. Because Lobo's just a bounty hunter.
yeah, yeah, but I
So
think he
maybe.
has a bounty on her in the
Oh,
movie.
okay. All right. So yeah, maybe they fight for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
later it's like, nah, let's chill.
Actually, no, there's another like super character. He's a more obscure one that is supposed to be her main villain in that film. I think Lobo's
Yeah.
going to have a relatively brief appearance. But if Brainiac is alluded to at the end of that film, that would set the stage for pretty much her and Superman to team up with Lex and then face Brainiac because Brainiac is one of those villains that really can't be attacked alone. You need a Brainiac like Lex Luthor, or you need brute strength like Superman. So he
Hmm.
would be the most ideal villain to unify them.
Oh, he said Superboy Prime.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And the crazy thing about it is like
Sorry, Josh Watson was
James
talking
Gunn,
about Superboy Prime. For those that aren't reading this.
James Gunn is the type to bring in that relatively obscure character and make him mainstream. Like that's it can go in any direction.
That's what he likes to do. He was doing like a little interview.
Hmm.
They would hold up like the most random characters I've ever seen in my life, and he was just naming who they were, like
He's
some
like
catch,
animal,
like
mineral, vegetable man.
yeah, the ketchup dude, some like just the most random people. Like this is
Yeah.
crazy. So he's bound to do something like that.
So if he brings in Superboy Prime, I need a specific set of circumstances to occur. I need Jason Todd to be introduced as a Robin. Jason Todd to die as a Robin at the hand of the Joker. And then Jason Todd to then be resurrected when Superboy Prime punches reality and brings him back. I need those things. I need it to be as comic book ridiculous as possible.
That's ridiculous. Let's not do
Like,
that. let's not do that.
and lastly, for our comic book movie news, we have Jason Tatum says that Gambit is not going to go full Cajun accent in Avengers Doomsday.
That's stupid. Just give him subtitles. Like seriously, the whole
He was
reason we
fine.
yeah, it was fine. Give him subtitles and make people listen harder. Like don't ruin a good thing. It's the whole reason we liked it.
It's just taking it. I have not heard any news about this film that makes me excited or even want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And removing all the Doom stuff. Like I recognize I'm fully biased about that, but like this is stupid. Everyone was perfectly fine hearing what he had to say in the first film, and if I mean the Deadpool and Wolverine film, and if you couldn't understand him, that made it even funnier.
Yeah.
That's a staple of Gambit. Everyone's like, "What the fuck did this bumpkin just say?" And then he just manages to still be handsome and charming despite all the
Yeah.
gibberish that comes out of his mouth. Like
I was in tears when he was talking. It was very funny.
I came out of my daddy dick ready. Like, what the fuck?
So I didn't even hear I didn't hear anything he said before he said that. Because he started talking. I was like, what? And then, but I had to watch it again and then listen to like understanding what he was saying. But it was just very funny. He said something about like some glazed Hawaiian buns. I was like, what are you
Like,
saying, yo?
he was like, my daddy rubbed his buttery nuts up in my mama, and I shot up. I'm like, what are you
That joke
talking
was
about?
hilarious. And this is fine. Like I don't get it.
Oh,
It's whatever
man.
though. I'm gonna stick beside him.
Deadpool was like, Deadpool was like, "Who's your language quote coach? The Minions?" Like that's right there. Like why you need Gambit to have that authentic
Yeah,
accent. There's so much you can do with it.
yeah. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Man, I gotta read these comics again.
Yeah,
Sorry.
read. I believe it's Uncanny X-Men, the most recent run.
Oh, that's why I haven't read those yet. Sorry, Josh
Yeah,
Watson said Gambit has the Eye of Agamotto.
yeah, yeah. He
Uh,
does. He doesn't
that's
have it. There's a
he wields
brief
one.
arc where he wields it, and it's pretty awesome. He also had there was this power he alluded to where instead of throwing regular playing cards, he would
Hmm.
throw tarot cards, and whatever fates the tarot had on them, they would come to fruition when they exploded. And I'm like, that not only ties into like his powers, but also his like
Hmm.
Louisiana heritage, where you have tarot card readers and voodoo and mysticism and all that. I thought that'd been
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, that'd have been cool.
Now on the trailers, we got a first trailer for Joe Carnahan's The Rip, starring Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Stephen Yeun, Kyle Chandler, and Tiana Taylor. The
Hmm.
film follows a group of Miami cops who discover millions in cash in a derelict stash house.
Yeah, it looked cool. Let's check
Got
it
a
out.
first trailer. Got a first trailer for 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
I like that trailer. The trailer looked really good, and I
Yeah.
think that's the one Nia DaCosta did also.
Hmm.
So I'm happy to see her get her like what's the word? It's like her redemption film after the
Hmm.
Marvels, and she got blamed for
Yeah.
the Marvels.
28 years later, they're 2 for 2 on trailers just being absolutely incredible.
Hmm.
Like just pieces of art. If you are not interested in this film franchise, just go watch those 2 trailers for 28 years later, where they got like the boots, boots, boots marching on the ground, woman in the background, piece of art, and then this one as well. Just the cinematography of it is incredible.
Hmm.
We got a trailer for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, and it's releasing
Cannot
December 12th on
wait.
Netflix.
Cannot wait for that. Oh no, I think it releases in theaters first though. I think it comes out. Am I crazy? Doesn't that
Might
come
be
out in
different
theaters?
reason.
Hold on.
uh, yeah, double check it.
I thought it came out in theaters first. Yeah, theatrical November 26th, and then 2 weeks later it'll be on Netflix. So
Hmm.
I'm definitely gonna see it in theaters. What's November 26th is the what Thanksgiving basically.
Yeah.
So and then December 12th Netflix. I'll watch it both times. I love the Knives Out series of films. They're so good. So yeah, definitely.
We got a new teaser for Gen V Season 2, which is releasing tomorrow on Prime Video.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. It'll be
Yeah,
good to
we
see.
can. Oh yeah, this season's looking amazing. I don't even
Yeah.
like. I didn't watch this trailer because like I saw the first one and that's all I needed. I've been doing this thing where like I'll only enjoy like the first teaser trailers of something I'm excited for
Mhm.
because I feel like there's just too many spoilers in a lot of the trailers that come after. So, the less I know, the more I can enjoy when I actually have it in my hands or on the screen. We got a trailer for Chainsaw Man, the movie Resi Arc, which is in theaters October 24th.
Oh, yeah. It's just it's one of those things. Like Josh Rossum gonna love it. It looks beautiful, but again, I the story. All right, man. Plus, again, this is another 4 episodes spliced into one, put in the theaters, and then it'll be out on Crunchyroll like a little bit later. Also, I want to watch. They don't put the sub version in theaters anymore. I'm starting to notice.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much dubbed.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
I'm
I feel about that.
curious. That's another thing I'm curious about. Like, what are the percentages of anime fans, at least in the states, who watch dub versus sub?
Oh, sorry. Josh Rossum said the Demon Slayer one had dub and sub. So that all right, that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
I personally,
Yeah, we got.
I like sub. If I go watch a anime movie, I'm watching sub.
Yeah, I like dub.
All right, that's good. So hopefully they do both for Chainsaw Man.
Lastly, we have a new trailer for Splinter Cell's animated series, and it's going to be releasing on October 14th on Netflix.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Netflix is when it comes to like these like game adaptation uh cartoons, they're
Mm.
pretty decent. Even Devil May Cry, although I don't like Johnny Young
Yeah, Devil May
Bosch.
Cry was good, minus the ending.
Yeah,
I've had gripes with it.
I don't like Johnny Young Bosch as a voice actor, honestly. So that was kind of taking me out of it. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, my question is, what's going to happen when Nero comes along? Because he does the voice of Nero in the video game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And they're moving along pretty quickly because Virgil. I don't want to spoil anything, but Virgil is in the mix. But and he's like in the video games, Virgil doesn't really pop up until the third game. So we already got him. So Nero can't be too far behind. And that wraps up our 2 week news roundup. What you watching?
I told you. Rick and Morty. It's been having a marathon of Rick and Morty.
Bruh, I'm gonna be in the middle of a work meeting in the middle of next week, and at random, the words "cum gutters" are gonna spark into my mind, and I'm gonna bust out laughing,
It's
and
very
everyone's gonna wonder
hilarious.
what's wrong with me.
But Rick and Morty, just cause. Also, they put the newest season on HBO Max as well. But I'll be doing a marathon of that. Peacemaker, loving Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker's awesome.
Yeah, it's very good. Uh, what else? Couple of documentaries. Been on a real documentary kick. Uh, Kaiju number 8, the new season of that. These new One Piece episodes. Um, Also, I've been reading a lot. Oh yeah, him comes out. Thank you, Josh Rossum. Him comes out Friday.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. When are you going to
Um,
see it?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I
I
don't
still got
even.
to see The Long Walk.
That I don't know if I want to see that. It doesn't
It's getting
appeal to me.
phenomenal reviews.
I know. I heard.
Yeah. It's for that reason and that reason only that I'm going to check it out. But I'm definitely going to check out him no matter what reviews it gets because gotta respect and appreciate and support the Wayans.
Yeah,
There are legends who are not appreciated enough.
yeah. Marlon is a great actor.
Yeah, I like when he does drama stuff. Like, I think I first saw him go all out with drama in Requiem for a Dream. That is a
Hmm.
fucked up movie, man.
Yeah, he's in Blow too, and his performance in that is really good.
Yeah. What's the name? Yeah, I'm not really. I'm watching Peacemaker. I'm watching the Alien Earth series. I want to play Borderlands 4, but that game has got a multitude of problems, including a CEO. What is Randy Pitchford? He's a CEO.
I don't know. I just know I gotta boycott that game because of the way he
Whatever he is,
talks.
he keeps speaking and fucking it up for everybody. Because I want to give you money, but just the shit you are saying is ruining my desire to do so. And now, as a result, I'm gonna just wait till the shit hits the PlayStation Store for free in a year or two. Because you're just an asshole.
Oh yeah, Above the Rim too. He's great in Above the Rim. Thank you, Smooth Carlito. Thanks for
Mm,
joining us too.
yeah. But aside from that, I'm waiting for Dying Light: The Beast, hoping that gets good reviews. The new Silent Hill F game comes out this month, and there was another game that comes out in September. September's actually no, not September. Ghosts of Yote. That's
Oh
the
yeah, that
other
comes
one
out.
I'm re.
Oh, and Smooth Carlito's here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and
I'm.
sorry, go ahead. My bad. Before you.
That's the game I'm gonna hop in with y'all a lot on because I missed the first wave when y'all were playing Tsushima.
Mhm.
So yeah, this time I'm gonna be in it with y'all from the beginning. So I love the
Yeah,
multiplayer. It reminds me of Mass Effect 3.
that's the only thing that'll make me stop playing Night Rain. Ghost of
That's
Yote.
a valid reason to stop.
Oh, and
Anything else?
yeah, the Night Rain. I forgot the update. I think it's like a hard mode update came out. Uh, it might have been last week. So
Okay.
definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, I think that's just about it. Uh, Thank you all for joining us. We always appreciate, always love you guys, and willingness to listen to us talk about nonsense for way too long now. I can't remember the last time we even had an episode that was less than an hour. O'Shaughnessy needs to come back and just regulate the time because he's
We
always
just be
like, I got a
talking, man.
hard 1 hour. Like, I got to go tend to my children and my family.
We
And
spent
he'd dip
20
out on us.
we spent 20 minutes talking about whether or not millennials spoil manga and anime. We're unhinged.
Yeah, we really got to rein it in. But
Yeah.
we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Well, we will be discussing probably Gen V. Are they releasing like one episode or like multiple at once, like they did
Amazon
last season?
yeah, Amazon usually does like two or three.
Okay.
But we're gonna find out. We're
Yeah,
about to find
and
out.
T minus 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Gen V and Peacemaker in the same night? Oh, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Peacemaker's really good if y'all haven't checked out season two. Season two is
Yeah.
really good. Multiverse done right, I will say.
Yeah.
They're doing a very good
Yeah.
job.
Which I did not have much faith in it because
Yeah.
Marvel been fucking up the multiverse in a multitude of different ways.
Yeah.
But stay safe, stay hydrated, avoid the news because it's all depressing, and we'll see you next week.
Not to me. I revel in it.
You
I'm
are.
crazy.
This is what I mean. Crazy in different ways.
All right, peace.
Peace, y'all.